Hey math kids, here's the third optimization problem. It says infinitely many rectangles can be inscribed in a semicircle of diameter 20. Alright, so we have a semicircle and this would be a rectangle inscribed in there and it's 20 centimeters for the diameter. Okay, find the shape of the largest rectangle which can be inscribed. Okay, so what we're going to do for that one is we're going to call point C right here, and we know that's a diameter, or sorry, that's a radius of the circle, and we know that this x value right here from there to there is going to be the same as from here to here, and we know that it's definitely between 0 and 10 because if we chose all the way over here, that would be exactly 10. And if we chose completely straight up, that would be 0. Okay? Now we're just going to use the Pythagorean theorem. And let's see, let's call this B as well. Okay, so the length of BC squared plus the length of x is going to equal 10 squared. And then if we solve for BC, we're going to subtract x squared from both sides. And that's going to be 100 minus x squared, just doing 10 squared for that. And then we will square root both sides. So BC equals the square root of 100 minus x squared. Okay. Now, if we find the area, we're going to get area of the rectangle. It's just length times width. So the length of our rectangle is going to be 2x, and then the width is just going to be BC. Okay. Now we have an expression for BC, so it's going to be 2x times the square root of 100 minus x squared, and that's our area. And if we continue to simplify that, we can square both sides, and then we just square everything right here. So it's 4x squared times 100 minus x squared. And then we can just distribute that. 400x squared minus 4x to the fourth. Okay. Now we're going to take the derivative of this. So d dx, both sides. Okay. And we want to see what that is equal to 0. But when we take this, we get 800x minus 16x cubed. And from there, we can factor out 16. So we get 16x on the outside. And that leaves a 50 minus x squared. And then if we set it equal to 0, we're going to get 16x is equal to 0. 50 minus x squared is equal to 0. So we divide by 16. So we have x equals 0, which we throw out because we don't quite allow 0. We add x squared, so we get 50 equals x squared. Square root both sides, and so the square root of 50 is equal to x. And that's plus or minus, but obviously the minus doesn't make sense. And so we can throw that out because it's not within this. And so our answer is square root of 50x. and that's measured in centimeters. And so what that means is the rectangle can be 2 times 50 centimeters long, because that's square root of 50. That's square root of 50, that's square root of 50. So the length is 2 square root of 50. And then we also need to know BC, and so we plug in square root of 50 right here. And when we do that, that's really just 50, because those cancel. So 100 minus 50, and that leaves us with square root of 50. So the height right here is also square root of 50, or BC. Okay, if you need additional help, come to Math Lab. Until then, calculator.